The train at platform 14 is the 0700 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Norwich. Calling at Colchester, Manningtree, Ipswich, Stonemarket, Diss and Norwich. This train is formed of 8 coaches. Please keep your belongings with you at all times. Unattended items may be removed and destroyed. The train at platform 13 is the 0702 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Braintree. Travel in the front 8 coaches of Stratford, Shenfield, Chelmsford, Hatfield Peveril, Witham, White Knockley, Cressing, Braintree Shreveport and Braintree. This is a platform alteration. The 0707 London Overground train to Cheshunt will now depart from platform 3. The train at platform 9 is the 0705 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Southend Victoria. Calling at Stratford, Shenfield, Billericay, Wickford, Rayleigh, Hockley, Rochford, Southend Airport, Prittlewell and Southend Victoria. This train is formed of 8 coaches. The train at platform 3 is the 0707 London Overground train to Cheshunt. Calling at Bethnal Green, Cambridge Heath, London Fields, Hackney Downs, Rectory Road, Stoke Newington, Stamford Hill, Seven Sisters, Bruce Grove, White Hart Lane, Silver Street, Edmonton Green, Southbury, Turkey Street, Theobald Grove and Cheshunt. We're sorry that the 0703 London Overground train to Chingford has been cancelled. This is due to overrunning engineering works. The train at platform 16 is the 0709 TfL Rail train to Shenfield. Calling at Stratford, Maryland, Forest Gate, Manor Park, Ilford, Seven Kings, Goodmayes, Chapel Heath, Romford, Gidea Park, Haroldwood, Brentwood and Shenfield. The train at platform 4 is the 0710 Stansted Express train to Stansted Airport. Calling at Tottenham Hale, Bishop Stortford and Stansted Airport. This train is formed of 8 coaches. An at-seat service of light refreshments is available on the train. The train at platform 13 is the 0708 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Ipswich. Calling at Stratford, Romford, Shenfield, Chelmsford, Witham, Kelvedon, Marks Tay, Colchester, Manningtree and Ipswich. This train is formed of 4 coaches. The train at platform 1 is the 0712 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Hertford East. Calling at Hackney Downs, Tottenham Hale, Ponders End, Brimsdown, Enfield Lock, Waltham Cross, Cheshunt, Broxbourne, Rye House, St Margaret's, Ware and Hertford East. This train is formed of 8 coaches. The train at platform 6 is the 0715 London Overground train to Enfield Town. Calling at Hackney Downs, Rectory Road, Stoke Newington, Stamford Hill, Seven Sisters, Bruce Grove, White Hart Lane, Silver Street, Edmonton Green, Bush Hill Park and Enfield Town. The train at platform 11 is the 0717 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Clacton-on-Sea. Calling at Stratford, Shenfield, Ingatstone, Chelmsford, Witham, Marks Tay, Colchester, Hyde, Wivenhoe, Thorpe-le-Soken and Clacton-on-Sea. This train is formed of 8 coaches. The train at platform 5 is the 0718 London Overground train to Chingford. Calling at Bethnal Green, Hackney Downs, Clapton, St James Street, Walthamstow Central, Wood Street, Hyams Park and Chingford. The train at platform 9 is the 0720 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Southend Victoria, calling at Stratford, Shenfield, Billericay, Wickford, Rayleigh, Hockley, Rochford, Southend Airport, Prittlewell and Southend Victoria. This train is formed of 8 coaches. The train at platform 16 is the 0720 TfL Rail train to Shenfield, calling at Stratford, Maryland, Forest Gate, Manor Park, Ilford, Seven Kings, Goodmayes, Chadwell Heath, Romford, Gidea Park, Harold Wood, Brentwood and Shenfield. The train at platform 2 is the 0721 London Overground train to Enfield Town, calling at Bethnal Green, Cambridge Heath, London Fields, Hackney Downs, Rectory Road, Stoke Newington, Stamford Hill, Seven Sisters, Bruce Grove, White Hart Lane, Silver Street, Edmonton Green, Bush Hill Park and Enfield Town. The train at platform 3 is the 0725 Stansted Express train to Stansted Airport, calling at Tottenham Hale, Harlow Town and Stansted Airport. This train is formed of 8 coaches. An at-seat service of light refreshments is available on the train. The train at platform 1 is the 0728 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Cambridge, calling at Tottenham Hale, Cheshunt, Broxbourne, Roydon, Harlow Town, Harlow Mill, Sawbridgeworth, Bishop Stortford, Stansted Mount Fitchett, Elsenham, Newport, Audley End, Great Chesterford, Whittlesford Parkway, Shelford and Cambridge. This train is formed of 8 coaches. Please keep your belongings with you at all times. Unattended items may be removed and destroyed. The train at platform 10 is the 0730 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Norwich, calling at Chelmsford, Colchester, Manningtree, Ipswich, Stowmarket, Diss and Norwich. This train is formed of 9 coaches. First class seating is at the rear of the train. The train at platform 15 is the 0730 TfL Rail train to Shenfield, calling at Stratford, Maryland, Forest Gate, Manor Park, Ilford, Seven Kings, Goodmayes, Chadwell Heath, Romford, Gidea Park, Harold Wood, Brentwood and Shenfield. The train at platform 12 is the 0733 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Southend Victoria, calling at Stratford, Shenfield, Billericay, Wickford, Rayleigh, Hockley, Rochford, Southend Airport, Prittlewell and Southend Victoria. This train is formed of 8 coaches. The train at platform 11 is the 0736 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Colchester Town, calling at Stratford, Shenfield, Ingatstone, Chelmsford, Hatfield Peveril, Witham, Helmerdon, Marks Tey, Colchester and Colchester Town. This train is formed of 8 coaches. The train at platform 4 is the 0736 London Overground train to Cheshunt, calling at Bethnal Green, Cambridge Heath, London Fields, Hackney Downs, Rectory Road, Stoke Newington, Stamford Hill, Seven Sisters, Bruce Grove, White Hart Lane, Silver Street, Edmonton Green, South Bray, Turkey Street, Theobald Grove and Cheshunt. The train at platform 5 is the 0740 Stansted Express train to Stansted Airport, calling at Tottenham Hale, Bishop Stortford, and Stansted Airport. This train is formed of 8 coaches. An at-seat service of light refreshments is available on the train. The train at platform 14 is the 0740 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Southminster. Travel in the front 4 coaches of Wickford, Battlesbridge, South Woodham Ferrers, North Ambridge, Althorn, Burnham-on-Crouch and Southminster. The train at platform 8 is the 0742 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Hertford East, calling at Hackney Downs, Tottenham Hale, Ponders End, Brimsdown, Enfield Lock, Waltham Cross, Cheshunt, Broxbourne, Rye House, St Margaret's, Ware and Hertford East. This train is formed of 8 coaches. The train at platform 15 is the 0740 TfL Rail train to Shenfield, calling at Stratford, Ilford, Seven Kings, Goodmayes, Chadwell Heath, Romford, Gidea Park, Harold Wood, Brentwood and Shenfield. This train will not call at Maryland, Forest Gate and Manor Park today. This is due to earlier overrunning engineering works. The train at platform 12 is the 0746 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Braintree and Walton-on-the-Naze, calling at Stratford, Shenfield, Chelmsford and Whittam, where this train divides. Travel in the front 8 coaches of the train for White Knockley, Cressing, Braintree Shreveport and Braintree, and in the rear 4 coaches of the train for Colchester, Colchester Town, Hythe, Wivenhoe, Arlesford, Great Bentley, Wheeley, Thorpe-le-Soken, Kirby Cross, Frinton-on-Sea and Walton-on-the-Naze. The train at platform 6 is the 0748 London Overground train to Chingford, calling at Bethnal Green, Hackney Downs, Clapton, St James Street, Walthamstow Central, Wood Street, Hyams Park and Chingford. The train at platform 4 is the 0751 London Overground train to Enfield Town, calling at Bethnal Green, Cambridge Heath, London Fields, Hackney Downs, Rectory Road, Stoke Newington, Stamford Hill, Seven Sisters, Bruce Grove, White Hart Lane, Silver Street, Edmonton Green, Bush Hill Park and Enfield Town. The train at platform 16 is the 0750 TfL Rail train to Shenfield, calling at Stratford, Maryland, Forest Gate, Manor Park, Ilford, Seven Kings, Goodmayes, Chadwell Heath, Romford, Gidea Park, Harold Wood, Brentwood and Shenfield. The train at platform 1 is the 0755 Stansted Express train to Stansted Airport, calling at Tottenham Hale, Harlow Town, Stansted Mount Fitchett and Stansted Airport. This train is formed of 8 coaches. An at-seat service of light refreshments is available on the train. The train at platform 9 is the 0755 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Norwich, calling at Colchester, Manningtree, Ipswich, Diss and Norwich. This train is formed of 9 coaches. First-class seating is at the rear of the train. The train at platform 8 is the 0757 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Southend Victoria, calling at Stratford, Shenfield, Billericay, Wickford, Rayleigh, Hockley, Rochford, Southend Airport, Prittlewell and Southend Victoria. This train is formed of 12 coaches. The train at platform 3 is the 0758 Abellio Greater Anglia train to Cambridge, calling at Tottenham Hale, Cheshunt, Broxbourne, Harlow Town, Sawbridgeworth, Bishop Stortford, Stansted Mount Fitchett, Elsenham, Newport, Audley End, Great Chesterford, Whittlesford Parkway, Shelford and Cambridge. This train is formed of 8